Hi, welcome back to Dial Twang. I'm Dave, day 5, Major Pentatonic. I hope you're ready to go today because we're going right into it. So this is going to be very similar to how the minor pentatonic was presented in day 4. Same backing track. I'm going to show you the sequence. We're going to use the starting root A. We're going to be talking intervals rather than just notes. We could say, the notes are A, B, C sharp, B. That's fine, but it only pertains to A, right? So if we think of it as intervals, same way that we kind of identify chord tones and scale tones and things, then, it becomes more about the river of the pattern, right? All of these things are sequences of intervals, the distances between things. And yesterday we talked about really anchoring to the root and looking at each of the other notes in the pentatonic as being a specific distance from the root. And we're going to do that again real quick here because that's very helpful to an overall sort of understanding of it doesn't cover everything about scale and chord theory, but as you go and learn more from here on, it may change your perspective or sort of your foundation for understanding it. So real quick, then we're going to go right into the backing track and start jamming here. We're going to do a little more stylistic stuff today too. The root, A. The next note in the major pentatonic sequence is what's called a major second above that. We'll just say 2. 1, 2. Major third, right? The minor pentatonic had a minor third in it. Major pentatonic has a major third, kind of the distinguishing thing about major and minor stuff in general. So, okay, root, 2, 3, 5, the perfect fifth. 6, major 6. And then the root again. So our 5 notes are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. All right. And I've kind of already, you may have already noticed the sort of feeling of how I'm playing that. I'm giving away the namesake of my method for understanding and using major pentatonic, the My Girl method. Okay, kind of works going down, up. Once you get that My Girl thing going, it's just such a perfect little melody and the timing of it and the little bit of swing of it. That not only is it a great way to remember this scale and kind of, recall it, the sound of it, but it's a great phrase to just use in all sorts of improvisations, okay? So you'll be hearing that a lot today. Not me talking about it, but you'll be hearing that. It'll remind you of it. So that's pretty much it for theory discussion on this. Let's get our backing track going, and we're going to start off slow here, and I'm going to give you space to do some answering in between. Start on the root. Right now we're using this position. You can start right on that one of the measure. Or anywhere in there that feels good to you. okay? So once you get it going in a couple of different locations, then, start backing it up, back and forth, double up on stuff. Right? There's just an endless number of ways to use something as simple as that 5-note sequence in music and on the guitar. And this is what keeps us going, right? This is what's the magic. This is what's so fun about it. Every day it's a new thing using the same stuff. Right? And every time you go see somebody play, every time you go jam with somebody, every time you listen to a new record, it's in these relevant styles, it's the same stuff, but it's been reinvented again. It's different. It's a different song. It's a different feel. You can tell which individual, like, oh, I know who that is. They don't even have to say it. I know who that player is the second they started playing, right? And you have a style like that. That's what this is really about. I'm not trying to, hold everybody back by making you do this kind of stuff that for some of you seems real basic, right? And I'm not giving you elaborate, direction on what to do with it yet. I'm not doing that to hold you back. I'm doing it to keep you from running away from the simplicity of, the benefit of using and really settling in and letting yourself meditate and swim in these simple sequences. I'm going to give you some more space. So you saw what was happening, basically just moving around, playing that sequence. And that mind girl thing really helps if you start to get, if you kind of get lost, you can just sort of start over on any route. Oh, okay, well that sounds like a minor pentatonic note. And you start to find little sequences of back and forth that aren't, as familiar to you, right? But they sound good. That's when you know you're cutting a new path. See, so now I'm not just starting on the root, right? So let me give you a little space here. Okay, so how am I getting around? Very simply. Say it one more time and demonstrate it. And I'll give you some more space. If I start off by starting on the root and going up, say, in different places. Take your time in between so you can kind of see what's going on. that's the first phase of it. Take a little time for yourself here. Maybe you go slower at first. Do-over. Remember, always be playing. If you're holding a note, give it vibrato. Make it matter. All these notes matter, even if you're just practicing them. No matter where you end up, there's something there to keep that motif going, to keep that my girl going, right? Just really find your own pace and work off to the side, right? You know, I could have started off today. I'm trying to get these videos, you know, compacted a little bit, right? So that you can get right to your version of the practice, right? Not listening to, you know, me carry on about it as much. So, but you know, if we had more time, and this is what you can do, you know, for yourself, is, you know, take it slow. Ooh, I almost got caught standing on the dance floor, didn't I? Right? I need to practice what I preach. That note matters. It's not just a, I shouldn't just set that there and make it like it has no meaning. Right? So, something to look forward to. In the next, haven't figured this out precisely yet, but in the next couple of sessions, one of them is going to be a consolidation of things that we've done so far, right? And then you know, we're going to start moving into style, right? The bending, the embellishments, the more thoughtful use of repetition in certain types of patterns and things, right? But again, do the work on these first 5 or 6 sessions, you know, really get it done, you know. And all these videos will be there. You know, the 14 days doesn't mean anything. It just means that there's 14 sessions, right? So, you know, if it makes more sense to, if you're working out your own program now, and it's just like, no, this is, I'm doing those triads and stuff that, and you know, it's working out for me, and I can feel things getting better. Great, that's where you're at, right? And then, you know, by the time you see this or the next one or whatever, you'll be able to go back through this series. It's not gonna disappear from YouTube, you know, in 2 weeks or whatever, right? You'll be able to work through there, in whatever way makes sense for you. So have fun with this one. Remember, always be playing and make every note count. All right? Appreciate you. See you back here for day 6.